Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. For karma, you have to be extrovert. Even for nishkam karma, which is done as a duty for the benefit of the maximum. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. So you do action in which you also benefit and others also benefit. Such actions are considered as dharmic actions, where you don't selfishly aggrandize, hoard, deplete the world resources, and at the same time do it, depriving others as well as maybe even harming others. These are called as adharmic action, kamya karma. But there are other kamya karma, you give, I give, no. But there is nishkam karma. I know that I am responsible not only for myself but for the world. So giving more than what we take. No? That kind of action is called as nishkama karma, or also what we call as karma yoga. That action that leads you to yoga. That actions that helps you to integrate your mind and intellect free from the pressure of vasanas, desires that separate your ideals from your practices. That's why most people say, I know it. I'm a very good person. Because inside you think good. You're not being a hypocrite. But when it comes to our action, desires come in, vasanas come in, and they pressure our mind to do something other than our better judgment. So internal integration, and when you work in harmony with others and benefiting others also, you create an environment of integration. Otherwise, everybody works for themselves. Not with a unified vision. So karma yoga is, when you say nishkam karma, working with a unified vision, with the common good of everyone, in which it's not like selfless means that, I torture myself for others, then what did I get out of it? That is called as karma, and that is what is called here as avidya. Close to vidya, different from vidya, but not opposite to vidya, because those two cannot combine. So we have explained now what does avidya mean and what does vidya mean. So vidya in this context here means upasana. Therefore, the Bhashyakars have explained that the teacher has to also explain the various sadhanas and how best they have to be practiced for our eventual spiritual realization. Also to point out the limitation of these sadhanas, which means the gain of these sadhanas is also far greater than these worldly gains, but is also limited compared to Brahma Vidya. And even if we are practicing these sadhanas because we do not have the knowledge of the truth, that's why sadhana, if you reach the sadhya, If you have reached your destination, there is no sadhana. Then a realized master works only out of his fulfillment love. It is not a sadhana. It's not a practice. And that's why it's not even called as karma. Na karma lipyate nare. All this that I am putting and summarizing in very simple words with how we have studied through Gurudev in the Bhagavad Gita, etc. There are very technical debates on this, terms, terminologies, explanations, the meanings of these explanations. Yeah? But what is useful to us, keeping in line what the meaning is, not interpreting it according to our fancies for our convenience or just to inspire the people or impress the people. Yeah? Now, these 3 verses, and we'll chant the 3 verses together, and then I will explain the word meaning, and with what I have explained, it will become very clear.
Andham tama pravishanti ye avidyamupasate tato bhuya ivate tamaha yau vidyaya gamrataha. Verse number 10. Anya devahur vidyaya Anya dahur vidyaya iti shushrumadhiranam yena sadavichachakshire. Verse number 11, mantra number 11. Vidyam cha yah tadvedo bhayagam saha avidyaya mrityum tirtva vidyaya amrutamashnute.
Now the teacher is pointing out the result of avidya, the result of vidya, and how they should be practiced so that we can get maximum benefit from it, and how the combination of it can give us greater benefit. Now, this is a theme which is already discussed in the earlier chapters of the Veda, and there also 2 types of muktis are pointed out. One is Jivan Mukti, which you get here and now with knowledge. And the other is Krama Mukti. You purify yourself and go to greater and greater, subtler and subtler worlds of experience. And finally, the highest world, the world of the Creator, called as Brahmalok, Satyalok. And there you live for the whole span of creation, which is so many billions of years, but with no traces of sorrow, etc., or hardly any. But that also comes to an end, and at the end of that creation, Brahmaji gives the knowledge, the Creator himself gives the knowledge, and those who realize merge with the infinite. Those who don't realize, they don't come back in lower births, but they come back again, in the higher realms, and again exhaust whatever subtle vasanas they may be having, and they also, in some kalpa, some creation, they realize. Why this is also pointed out, that why if there also you have to gain knowledge and realize the infinite, why not realize the infinite here and now? And especially when we have got that intellect, that cultural upbringing, and we have such a great Guru Parampara, why lose that chance and do all that? And therefore, it is also pointed out that what all you have to do to reach there, and there also you have to do this to reach the infinite. That's why even people from India nowadays go to Bali for spirituality. And where did Bali get it from? They go to health spa to get Ayurveda in Switzerland. But they will not go to Kerala. Huh? See how our mind is? All your branded shirts are made in factories, whose owners are here right now. But Indian shirts you will not buy. But when it is branded abroad, that same shirt you will buy 10 times the price. That's why go to Upahar and buy the Om Kurta. Buy the Om Kurta. And those beautiful kameez, which today, wherever I go around the world, everybody is wearing, Today, that soft voile like cotton with those flowery designs, which I see some of you wearing even now. But this is what our mentality is. That's why it is called as avidya. And what you call vidya also is in ignorance, mind you. That even I have to achieve the highest is also in ignorance. So therefore, like knowledge, like ignorance is the meaning. So here it says, Andam tamha pravishanti ye avidyam upasate. Those who practice action alone. Now, which action, as I said? Which karma? If it is kamya karma, so they are in ignorance only. Desire prompted action, they are in ignorance only. But even those who perform yagyas, dharmic actions, even perform their duties, they attained worlds, as said in the scriptures, such as Pitrulok, world of the ancestors. And there, it is also a heavenly world, but they live there for many, many years. And their only pain and sorrow is when they see you thriving, they are happy. But when you see them, see their own generations spoiling their name, they do feel a little sad. So it is also in ignorance only. And as we have explained in the third verse, even the heavenly world where there are greater pleasure, there is actually greater ignorance. And therefore Shankaracharya in the third mantra said this word, Andham Tamaha. This blinding darkness, he says that heaven is even more blinding than earth. Because the glamour, the pleasures, the absence of hunger and thirst, where there is even hunger and thirst, there is some form of striving, some want of progress. Where everything is convenient, as I said, in those goody-goody towns, where they're not bad people, there's no sense of even wanting any progress, even materially there is not. So here, they live in blinding darkness. Tataha bhuya eva te tamaha yau vidyam rataha. But they fall into greater darkness. First, only those who do such karma, they are in blinding darkness, but those who practice mere introverted practices without doing any actions, and be very careful, especially I will warn the brahmacharis. Yeah. Who will be sitting in their rooms saying that I am doing puja till 1 o'clock in the morning. Advise it, do it till 12 o'clock at night. Yeah? And then 1 o'clock come to eat bhiksha. Then again go inside. I have to do my sadhana. And one of the sadhana is sleeping also. Yeah? Then I will come and give one pravachan. Soon bhikshas will stop coming. Andam tama pravishanti. Nobody cares for me. Committee doesn't. Yeah? In this world also, those who do not do their duties and just rejecting their duties without knowledge of vairagya, yeah, only do these introverted personal practices, they as though go into greater darkness. Yeah? Whether it's sense of loneliness, yeah, whether, and there are people who in the false understanding of spirituality don't, work, don't do anything. And afterwards, how long can they be dependent on people? And how long are people going to, what happens is that finally they don't even have food. And Siddhartha himself experienced this. Buddha, where just to meditate, he did not even eat food, did not even go to ask for bhiksha or eat food properly. Even to that level. It became so weak that he could not even go to the river to drink water. And therefore he propagates so-called the middle path. That middle path nobody understands, okay? So please. That middle path is neither ka ni udar ka. That is not what Buddha taught. Our rishis long before pointed out that do not neglect your, that's why I say annam na nindyas, Later on, even when the, valedictory address is given, Bhutyai na pramaditavyam, kushalad na pramaditavyam. For the people living in this world, do not neglect your actions, do not neglect your duties, do not neglect your physical, mental welfare and the physical welfare of the people, which is through action. And those actions, when performed, when we do even welfare work only without vidya, without upasana, and for our easy understanding, when we do even so-called duties and social work without devotion to a higher altar, soon we will start feeling, what am I doing? People don't appreciate me. So they live in blinding darkness. Those who do only worship without service, one thing is, if vasanas are still there, desires are still there, needs are still there, then they struggle, and therefore they are as though, it is said, as though in greater darkness. Then, if you go subtler to understand, the teacher goes to say that the gain of only doing karma is Pitrulok, the world of the ancestors. Today we can understand is a good, comfortable, family whose needs are fulfilled and living in harmony with each other. That is gained. But upasana, which is with love, so if you do your duties, the family will be there. That's why you see why children complain to their fathers. He said, but I did my duty, I look after you, I provided for you. But you did not give me love. You have to come to Australia to know that. Yeah? If upasana, love is added, affection is added, your time and participation of your mind is there with your family, besides performing your duties, and that is providing for their needs, education, etc., is not the gain of that great? But I only love you. I love you, but I don't do anything for you. But I genuinely love you. I hug you and I wish the best for you. Only love also has got its benefit. Yeah. But if there's no one to provide in the house, there will be suffering. Therefore, here the teacher assures that different is the result of performance of your duties. Difference is the result of your upasana, your mental development, let us say love, or your worship of your particular deity. Yeah? Different is the result. But then there are people, na, hum to bhai bhagat hain, whole day in puja, and neglect of their family. Now, if you have a family, you have a duty towards the family also. If you don't want to do it, then don't have a family. Otherwise, you will have a wife constantly complaining like Tukaram's wife. Yeah? Constantly nagging. So here teacher says, different is the result of vidya, different is the result of avidya, and iti shushrumad dhiranam. This we have heard from the wise. Yenah tad vichachakshire, who have instructed us. Even the Rishi doesn't say that this is my opinion, this is my experience, this is how I have practiced. I have practiced it, and we have practiced this as with the precedence that has come down through the wise, through the Guru Parampara. Because some things we cannot know on our own. Yeah? And our Rishi culture, our Vedic culture, something which is modern still has to be tested like Moderna. Yeah? But that which has been well tested over a period of time, others tell me, I'm very modern, this is all outdated knowledge. Gita Bita is, where does Bita comes in, I don't know, But it is, old. Yeah. We are modern. Acha, you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you, you're my favorite patient. I'm giving you a very spatial medicine, which I discovered only last night. But since you're my spatial patient, I will give it to you. Will you take it? Only if it has been tested for, if you say 5 years also, no, every 5 years new medicine come, old medicine, lot of side effects. This medicine, no side effects. 5 years later, that medicine has got lot of side effects. The new one doesn't have. This is modern. This we have heard from our teachers. And what is it? The teacher says, Vidyam cha avidyam cha, whether Vidya and avidya, yetat veda ubayam saha. One who knows here means practices, yeah, along with each other, combines it. Avidyaya mrityum tirtva, through avidya goes beyond mrityu. And here mrityu means fear of hunger and thirst, fear of even death, and vidyaya amritam ashnute. And through vidya attains immortality. Yeah? Means the higher worlds. Now we have explained combination between ignorance and knowledge is not possible. Even kamya karma and knowledge is not possible. But combination between karma yoga, nishkam karma, and knowledge is possible, but not together serially. That through karma yoga you get purity of mind, which is helpful to you in getting vairagya for Brahma Vidya. That combination is possible, and that understanding of Vidya here as Brahma Vidya and Avidya as Karma Yoga, then the combination is not together but serially. To the extent you perform Karma Yoga, to that extent you are ready for the path of Tena Tyaktena Vunjitha. Clear? Here the combination, as I said, traditionally is between Vidya, Upasana and Karma. And what is that? Again, when we go to the Bhagavad Gita, when you do your bounden duties as your worship for the Lord, worship of the Lord, Upasana, and Upasana is merely constantly thinking and remembrance. And therefore, Mam Anusmara Yudhyacha. When you do your duty, and for Arjuna, his duty is fighting the battle. When we do our duty, constantly remembering the Lord, this is what is called as the combination of karma and upasana. And the result of that is attaining the higher world, or even the highest world, that is called as Brahmalok. It will be only attainment of a loka, Vaikuntha Lok, Saket Lok, Kailash. So therefore, what the teacher advises is that make your work as worship. And puja is seva plus upasana. And how does seva take place to the world? That you have the attitude that whatever I receive is prasad, and prasad I also benefit and I should share. Therefore, yajna, dana, tapa. Yeah. Towards the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, these are not to be given up by sadhakas. Worship, sharing, dana, and mental development, self-restraint and development, tapa. These, even those who have one with knowledge, not realization. For realization, there is no instruction. But even those realized master live such a life as a demonstration for loka sangraha. So, this topic I hope is now very clear. Yeah? And therefore Krishna says, Sharira yatra pichate na prasiddhyeda karmani. So those who don't do action, even this bodily functions cannot take place. This life journey cannot take place. No? This is again for those who do not have Brahma Vidya. No? So those who follow these practices, your sadhana must be practiced wisely. Through the combination of karma and the combination of upasana. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.